Congressman Joaquin Castro continues to highlight stories of migrant children at the Dilley Detention Center. This week, Castro shared the stories of 7-year-old Maria Isabella and 2-month-old Juan Nicolas. As it relates to Maria, Castro says she's been freed and her release coincided with her birthday. But he also paints a much different picture for Juan, who is struggling with health issues. The congressman says Juan is dealing with bronchitis, and at one point yesterday he was unresponsive. Castro continued to describe these conditions for those detained at the Dilley Detention Center.
When I visited Dilley, when I inspected Dilley a few weeks ago, one of the things I mentioned was that the youngest person they told me was there was Juan Nicolas. He's now been in there probably 3.5 weeks of his very short life so far, and he's been sick consistently. He was vomiting. He was having respiratory issues. At one point, they came to check on him when he was having these issues, but they couldn't take him to see a doctor because there was no doctor at the early morning hours at Dilley. And remember, I told y'all that when I visited the medical wing, even though they had all these rooms there, there was nobody in there. I didn't see doctors bustling around, didn't see any patients in there. And so y'all know that these kids should be released, and these folks who committed no crime should not be in this trailer prison in Dilley. We've seen the violence of ICE on the street, but there's also a brutality of ICE behind closed walls in those prisons that everybody doesn't get to see, that only members of Congress and others have had a chance to see. And so I'm telling you, please, it's just as bad in there in a different way. Please speak up, okay?
After a discussion with their attorney, Castro confirms Juan Nicolas, his 16-month-old sister, his mom, and his dad have been deported. Castro states he is tracking them down to assure their well-being and their safety. I'm Tatiana San Miguel. Thank you for watching our story. If you would like to see more like it, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, be sure to watch us weekday mornings at 7 and 11 a.m. on KCWX. See you on the next one.